Last week on the MUFFINTOP Express, the ladies hit the road. They left from Quadra Island all the way to Vancouver Island, Port Hardy. They caught the ferry all the way to Prince Rupert. Where the van had some problems, they got figured out. Made it all the way to Terrace to visit Gypsy's family for a short stop. And then they've traveled the Skeena River all the way to Cedarvale to Sean and Cindy's, where they touched down, and here we are.
Here we are. This is Sean and Cindy's. We got the MUFFINTOP here all set up. And we got this beautiful view of the river. This is the Skeena River. And we have the greenhouse and we have the field where Sean and Cindy have loaded up a couple of beds with the compost. Sean's in the tractor there. And we're getting ready to plant a bunch of garlic. That's what we're going to do here. Planting garlic. Oh,
big bag.
there we go. Barbara's got a big bag.
Yep, that's my last of my garlic after 25 years of growing garlic. Started out with 12 bulbs. Had like 800, and these are just the seeds over the last 2 years that we're going to plant in Cindy's garden here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get garlic. I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And look at the row we got ready to go. We got one of them planted already. And Barbara's just working on this middle row here. She's got a little bit started.
Pointy end up, you got to keep the roots in the ground. And here's Gypsy Mama planting the little garlic seeds. And we're really enjoying the day. We're having fun. It's a beautiful place. Here we are today transplanting blueberries into the strawberry beds. Taking them out of these beds and putting them in the strawberry beds. Well, here we are planting bunched onions. Got about 500 of them. We're not yet done, and there's still one more bucket to go. It's a lovely sunny day. You can almost see the tops of the mountains. Clouds are moving. It's beautiful. Look at that mountainscape with the sunshine. Here we have a picture of the old cabin sauna. We have been relaxing inside of it every night. I'm going to take you in. Ready made. Inside, 4 of us in here last night, sitting comfortably. The backs of these benches all lay out flat if you want, and there's like a big bed area. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Smells so good. So the name of this farm is called the Old Cabin Farm. This is the old cabin. It's really old. In fact, it almost uses as much chinking between the logs as the logs. There's lots of work to do on it, which there's years to do it. Yeah. And the old cabin, of course, sits right beside the river, the Skeena River. I'll just walk you over there and show it to you. Oh yes, there's the MUFFINTOP Express. As you can see, it's low by the color of the gravel on the other side. And the mountains still have snow. It's a beautiful farm. Beautiful. Well, there's about 60 chickens on this farm. They seem to be pretty happy. It's hot and dry. And there's the old farmer himself, making a road into the campground. The chickens seem to love the turned up dirt. And here's going to be the campground. Chickens love it here. They're all just free roaming, eating the bugs. Let's see what these chickens are digging up. The true sound of a farm. Nice looking campgrounds right on the river. He's just starting this project. Wow, there it is in all its glory. With the big mountain in behind.
And then when we come back and you look up on the hillside, you'll see my gravel quarry, all done with that little tiny tractor.
Wow.
I used a dump truck full of material and the little tractor to push over a rock.
Wow. And
Big.
He's got his mill across the highway there on his property.
Yeah.
Lots of logging trucks still taking those trees down. It's a beautiful tractor. I want one. All right, chickens are staying in now. Trying to come out across the road. They wouldn't make it on this highway. The old cabin farm, Cedarvale, BC. Place where it's all happening. Here I am sitting by the river. And I'm reading my book and just enjoying life. A perfect spot on a perfect day to sit and read my book with the river in front of me. That brown halfway up the mountain over there, that's where there was a fire last year. And it was right across the river from Sean and Cindy. This is such a nice tractor. I think I'd like one of these.
Here we are. We've just left Cindy and Sean's on our way to Smithers. And there's those beautiful mountains up ahead of us. We'll be driving up by them. And here's the pilot at the wheel. Off for a beautiful adventure again today.
Happy to be driving again.
You bet. We've had a great stay at the old cabin farm.
Well, we're going for our lunch at the Two Sisters. They're still open, thank goodness, and they're still for sale 2 years later. Okay, so everything was going just great until all of a sudden we heard this weird noise. And Gypsy, we were going 100 on the highway, and Gypsy went and had a look down the van, couldn't see anything. The inside window curtains were flapping. She got up and had a look, and the window blew out. All over my bed, all over everywhere. So we've spent an hour fixing it, temporarily. And there's the fix job, temporary. I hope my bed doesn't get wet, it just started raining. Gonna hit the first Speedy Glass place, although it's Saturday. Might have to wait till Monday. Okay, over and out.
So this little triangular window has a squeak in it that if you just open the window a crack, it takes away the squeak. So when Barbara did that, oh my God, she opened up a window. Of course, the squeak went away. We kind of heard the air pop and change, but then there was so much wind. It was way more than just this little bit of window being open. So I lean back and I look up at the top and I see the curtains flinging away. I said, oh, there's something, that's weird. The window must be open up top. So I climb up top and indeed, well, the window is open. However, not the way it's supposed to be open, and it's not the window that does open. It's the very front window of the Muffin Top by Barbara's bed, and it has blasted through in some sort of, it's all shattered, and there's some holes in it, and there's glass all over the place. It's even on my bed down here. It's on Barbara's bed up there.
And on the floor, and
On the floor.
little pieces of glass.
Okay, so I got down from cleaning up all the glass, and then I taped the window first with this incredible Gorilla duct tape, and just put a row across, going all the way down to cover the window glass that was left, so that it won't shatter in and break more pieces inside. Like, it's already broken into teeny pieces. And then we placed a bag over top of that, and
More Gorilla Tape.
more Gorilla tape.
Thank
In
goodness
fact,
we had Gorilla Tape.
we finished the roll. Now we need more Gorilla Tape. Passed over the 6-mile summit, and here's the view from here.
Hi from the summit.
We're west of Vanderhoof. We're driving east, and we see this darkness up ahead. And I'm kind of wondering if some of this is smoke from the Gwinnett fires that we heard about. Well, it keeps looking like we're getting into the dark. And then just as we think we're going into it, it swings around and we get to come back out into it. Just all together so far. We'll see what's next. Just approaching Vanderhoof. There's the dark still over there. There's all these waterways that are swirling around.
Lots of wood over here.
In case you ever wonder where all the trees are going. A lot of them seem to be going to Vanderhoof. Getting packed up here in little stacks and big stacks, and they just go on and on. Our rest stop is up ahead, about 5 minutes. Yay! This has been a long day, unexpectedly. Okay, here we are. I don't know if we can read the sign. Lake Rest Area. We have stopped here for the night. You can see Barbara is not really in the dark. She has the cupboard turned, so the light's facing this way.
I'm making dinner.
That's what she does best. Well, she drives good too. She does all kinds of good stuff. Oh, there we go. Now we can see her better in the light. And we have just cleaned up the last of the glass that was on my bed. And we're hoping that this bed is dry and glass free for Barbara tonight. Here we are. That's our rest stop for tonight.
Okay, now we're settled in for the night. We're gonna play a game of crib. We're all covered up. Except this last window, we're all washed and brushed. It's nice and dark back there. And now we get to just do nothing. And Skunk Gypsy.
Yeah, that's about it. Not get skunked again, I'm sure. We're on the road again, making an early morning start Sunday morning, and we have rain, but it's white rain. Barbara says it's snowing.
It is snowing.
It is getting snowier than rain now. It started as rain. Well, our snow has turned into almost a bit of a blizzard. In a few places you can see the snow starting to accumulate on the ground. Barbara's still handling it fine though.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Here we are, stopping for Barbara's breakfast, because she doesn't eat until now. It's like quarter to 11. And we just stopped at this rest stop that comes down off the highway. I don't know if you can see through the trees. The highway's up there. And we came down here, and looks like there's something down there, but it's weather-wise, we're probably not going to go out to exploring. And here's Barbara making lunch.
Fermented cashew cream cheese and hummus on gypsy sourdough, gluten-free bread that I'm toasting, and a salad.
Here's this delicious salad.
And it's still snowing out. Get a picture out there.
Yes, we will show you the snow. You can see real snowflakes coming down. Northern BC industry. Cut down trees. There we go. Look at this nice farmland here. We're coming into Quesnel, where we need to find the Canadian Tire and buy some more Gorilla duct tape. You get to see the big sawmill. Wow. Look at all that stuff going on. There's that one's like a dam. I think that one's a dam or a concrete company or something.
Oh, making a stop in Quesnel at Home Hardware to get more Gorilla duct tape, because you never know. It's a long time till the glass place opens, and it's not looking too great.
Okay, and that about wraps it up for part 2 of the Muffin Top Express. Next week, we got part 3, and it's a spicy heater. The ladies get into so much. They go all the way to Dan and Lee Sanderson's in Williams Lake, where they spend the night, they do some ATVing, then they hit the road to Lee's sister Lori's place in Spence's Bridge. After a visit in Spence's Bridge, they stay the night at the Acacia Grove Campground in Spence's Bridge. It's their favorite campground along the way. They got nothing but raves to say about it. That place is great. It's called Acacia Grove. You should check it out. After that, they make their way all the way to New Denver to visit Deborah and Marilyn. And they have a great little chin wag, lots of memories exchanged. Yeah, it's nice for them to get to see so many familiar places along the way. The fuel prices were crazy, though. This van just chugs through the fuel, so they were chugging through it, but that's fine. Lots of good food getting eaten, lots of adventures being had out there in nature, checking out all the new landscapes. And driving, so much driving, endless kilometers of road. My mom wanted me to say that in the end of this trip, they drove over 3,200 kilometers. And correction, the van isn't a 1987, it's a 1981. 3,200 kilometers. Couple problems along the way, but that's no big deal. Positivity always gets you through those problems, and it sure did on this one. If you actually liked the video and found it entertaining, maybe consider hitting subscribe, because we got another part coming at you next week. The ladies are still out there on the road, and you're going to want to see what they get into. All right, man. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it.